you think you ought to tell me who you are first?
Why?
This podcast show is full of sugar and spice and everything nice and everything mean, explicit content and in between and whatever the fuck I fancy. And now that I have taken care of the disclaimer, please sit back and enjoy the rest of the show.
On a bright and sunny or a rainy day, I can listen to Rene. Topics of the day: why sex don't match the love, our relationship sucks, why the boys play, experience immaturity, politics and currency gains, economics, Spotify it, you can find it, sign of the times for the deaf, dumb and blind. Don't miss it, call the number one, state your name and what's your interest. Rene.
Hey. Yes, you better clap and snap for me, bitch. Yes, welcome back to a new episode of the Rene Show. I'm your favorite podcast host, the one that says all the shit you're afraid to say, your favorite flavor of the Podbow, Rene. You hear that voice? She is back, baby. I mean, she's about like 90%. There's a little 10% of the lingery-ling. You know, like how you got that phlegm shit in your throat, or for you ladies that like to take that fucking cum down your throat and it's still like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, ladies. So you know how you get, you know what I mean? So, you know, you're trying to be like, did I swallow all those children or just like a little bit of them, about 5 of them? Who the fuck knows? Because I don't know what you fucking, and I don't know their sperm count and how it's really, you know, if it's strong enough. Is it strong enough? Get over here. You know, I don't know. But you know, because you freaky deaky, you know what I mean? But anyway, welcome back, you guys. You know, I'm starting it off real rough. Not no nice and easy. I'm doing it rough right now. So, you know, welcome. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend, right? It's been a long week. And I can say that because this was my first week. Was it? No, it wasn't. I'm lying. Nope. I was off Monday. I had to get my bearings together. You see what that fucking 42 do? That 42 will fuck you up. I'm telling you. Listen, I can't wait for season 10. And the reason I'm saying that is because of the simple fact that I am so excited for the new shift that I'm going to give you all. And I'm trying to give you little sneak peeks and shit, you know, as I'm doing season 9. But you know what? Today is a very special day. And I'm going to tell you why. Today, which is, of course, September 18th. This is episode 18 for me in season 9. And this also marks the anniversary of my brother's death. So can we just take a moment of silence to give him some respect? I thank you so much for taking a pause for the cause. I miss that little guy. He was my first baby. I don't know, you know, if you're new to the show, I talked about this, you know, before, in probably a couple of episodes. My brother, he passed, from an overdose a couple of years ago. So yeah, you know, right after me celebrating a birthday of a new year of life, you know, within the next following week and a half from my birth date, my brother had passed away, and my mom had found him when she came home from work. And I don't want to give you the backstory or anything like that. You know, I just want to celebrate him today and be happy. That's why I'm going the fuck out later so I can take a little couple drinks, couple little sneaky peeks. You know, yes, I got to get a little sneaky peek. I'm going to get a couple sneaky peeks. So I'm being treated to go out this evening with one of my good girlfriends for a late birthday. But you know, as Virgos, we celebrate all motherfucking month. So I will be I'll be celebrating his life today. You know, his birthday is October 8th. Yes, Libras, I tell you, you know, gotta love and hate them. You know, my last relationship, Libra, Las Vegas. Yeah, but anyway, other than that, Gotta love them, you know what I mean? Gotta love them. But my good girlfriend, she's Libra. So look how the connection is today. My brother was a Libra. My friend taking me out is a Libra. My ex was a Libra. You know what I mean? So us earth signs, we love us some motherfucking air signs. Yes, we do. I don't know why we attract to you all so much. I don't know if it's your charm, your charisma, uniqueness, talent. No, let me stop with the RuPaul. But other than that, I think it's just something about you all that it just really, catches our eye and makes our heart flutter. But other than that, I hope you guys are doing well. And for those of you who are new to the show, let me welcome you in the right way, the proper way. You know what I mean? It's my porno music right here. Yes, porno music. Because that's what it reminds you of. Them old ass 80s and shit, like pornos and shit. Maybe you were that kid in the 90s or whatever. And you knew like HBO was showing the nasty shit or whatever. Or the Playboy channel. And it would kick in a couple of things. But you had to look in between the lines to try to, see why you was getting those feelings down there. As you're growing. Gotta love teenagers. Gotta love that teenhood. Gotta love puberty. Yes, that's a fucking riot. But anyway, if you're new to the show, go on over there to IG and follow me, _ Rene Show. If you're on Facebook, as people be like, that's for the old people. Well, bitch, I guess I'm old. Okay? I got a page over there, Rene Show. TikTok @Rene Show. Also, email me. You want to be a guest on the show? You got some ideas? You want to comment, feedback? Like I said, I'm starting to take, people in, who are interested in being a part of season 10. So hit me up on the email, kreneshow@gmail.com. Or if you want to order a cake, that's why I'm, my season is ending at the perfect time. The season is about to change. Fall is coming. People want to kind of, get a little lazy, get into the comfort foods. So yeah, this is my baking season, that's coming, again, like I said, the holidays, new cake coming up on the menu. Yeah, I can't wait to put that shit together. I'm going to need some taste testers. But yeah, hit me up, kreneshow@gmail.com. I'd love to have you on the show. I love the feedback. I love the comments. And everything that you guys give me, you guys keep making me keep moving forward. Another thing, don't forget I got a YouTube page where I do the Rene Show live editions. I also host my StreamYard interviews that I do as well. So please make sure that you check that out. Subscribe to the page, like it, share the content. I'm over there at, guess what? Rene Show. Yep, same shit. It's better to just keep everything the same. Real solid, even Steven, Yep. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yes. So yeah, I would love for you guys to do that. And in case you missed any of the past episodes, you can definitely check me out. I'm on pretty much all motherfucking streaming platforms. Let's see. Let's recap this shit. I'm on Spreaker, which is here, which is, again, I already tell it. And I have to always introduce her like this because this is what she is. She is my bottom bitch. She's my bottom bitch. She takes it. She takes everything I give her. She likes it. She loves it. She wants me to keep coming back for more, to give her more. I need more. Yes, content, that is, of course. But other than that, she's my girl. She pushes my shit out to other platforms. Like, let's see. We got Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, you name it. I'm on there, anywhere. And leave some feedbacks. Rate the show. Give me some ratings, Tell me, so I can get my shit up. All the way up. I missed that verses with Ja Rule and Fat Joe. I mean, I missed it. I forgot all about it. And speaking of why I forgot about it, I forgot about my Queen Sugar and shit. But I did catch up on episodes. Only was 2. But they, got it on Tuesdays. But I found me a new fucking show. So you know I did the Motherland shit. Now I'm on 9 Perfect Strangers on fucking Hulu. Yo, this motherfucking show right here. Oh, wow. It is really quite interesting. Nicole Kidman, I think she's one of the executive producers of it. She's, of course, one of the main character. A lot of good other people. Melissa McCarthy, Regina Hall. Oh, her character is really different from what I'm used to seeing her play. And others that are a part of the cast. Very well-rounded cast. I would recommend this show. If you have Hulu, check it out. The show, of course, only 1 episode a week. You know how Hulu do with their shows. There ain't no binging, like you go over to Netflix or whatever. And it's all right there for you. I'm waiting for Bridgerton to come back. Yes, Bridgerton. I can't wait to see how they spend the second season. But other than that, with that being said, it's a good show. Caught up on Raising Kanan, definitely. So looking forward for the next episode. The real L word, not the real L word, I'm sorry. The L word, Generation Q, new episode dropped yesterday. Dope ass shit is on, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm a fan of the Idiot Box. I loves me the motherfucking TV. Yes, I do. I don't give a fuck because that is what keeps me happy. And are you not entertained? Yes, I'm telling you, whatever. Anyway, so that's why I miss Versus. I'm sure they're going to send, do the repeat or whatever. I think Ja Rule won. That's what I'm basically, taking from everybody who did watch it or whatever and was in the house, in the place to be. But yeah. So anyway, like I said, a significant day. If you didn't catch the episode last week, it's basically talking about good enough to fuck, but not good enough to fuck with. Yes, when people are just using you and abusing you for the goods, for the better good. And it's the better good of you. Your body is a temple. Remember that shit, ladies. Don't be giving your pussy out, especially don't be giving it out for free. And don't be giving it out for $40 either. $40 is not the fuck. Is that what your shit is worth? $40? Really? Really, bitch? I mean, it's too much going to fuck on to be a side piece, a side bitch, a side dick, a side whatever. There's too many STDs going on, and then you don't want to be risking it all for AIDS and HIV and stuff and put yourself in a really bad position where you've come so far in life to do other great things as opposed to putting yourself in a position with the STD that is one that you cannot get rid of, which is then again called a disease. So let's think smart, okay? It's too much desperation going on in the dancery. Not the hateration, it's the desperation this time, all right? So just think twice. That was Phil Collins, wasn't it? Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you and me in paradise. Yes, if you're new to the show, I sing. I have fucking little Tourette's with the music and shit. But anyway, Can we get started? Can I open up the show for you real quick? Can I actually? Yes, I can, right?
Won't you tell us all about it?
Start at the beginning.
Yeah. And when you come to the end, stop. See?
Yeah, stop. It's been a real good little week. I can say that from the bottom of my motherfucking soul. I'm telling you right now, I don't have no complaints. I really don't. I was actually able yesterday to kind of feel a little piece of some normalcy. I went to visit the new building that they have basically just dumped my new my department in, a new location. And I was able to see some of my coworkers, and it felt like it was normal for a real hot, good 15, 30 minutes. Because I had to go down there and get an update done with my laptop. But it was good to see everybody. It was good to sit at my desk, my new desk, and tap on my keys, and feel like I was really like, yay, I came to work. But then, of course, I came back home to my home office, which has been my office for over a year and some fucking a half and more. So it's almost 2 years, motherfuckers. So anyway, other than that, I went for my annual test, not my annual pussy checkup, but the annual doctor visit, with my primary care. Everything was great. Weight is good. Sugar is good. No high blood pressure. The EKG turned out beautiful. Just waiting on the blood work to come back to see if I need to be taking any extra supplements for vitamin D. Not dick, but vitamin D. Okay? Yes, you nasty fucks. But, but other than that, I'm really happy with the results, so I don't have to come back for another year, which is what I want to hear. But going to the doctor was really quite weird. I mean, especially for the fact that it's been, like I said, over a year and a half within going to anything that seemed to used to be, of course, a part of our normalcy, as I say in air quotes. But, I got to the doctors and everything. It was really fucking, like I said, weird. I came in, you can only come in 5 minutes before your appointment. They asked you, I think, 50 questions it was. Do you have a fever? Do you have a cough? Have you been out the country? Have you been fucking? Are you using fucking protection? When's the last time you came? Who's your fucking best friend? It was all these goddamn questions and shit. And I was like, God damn, the doctors has really changed a lot. So anyway, went there, did all of that, hand sanitizer, take your temperature, then they give you a cup. And then it was like, okay. But at least the visit was faster, though. I can say that. It was cool. COVID does got its little pros and cons where we don't got to be sitting in there waiting for the fucking doctor to come and see us, as we're waiting behind 10 other fucking patients. But anyway, had to pee in the cup. When was the last time you peed in a fucking cup? Exactly. Or outside in a bush, because you couldn't make it to the bathroom. Yeah, you gotta test your whole, balance and shit. Yeah, it was like, wow, doing this? We really doing this? So anyway, like I said, it was all good. Everything was great. Moving right along. Tupperware fixes. I figured I would give you a secret with this. One of the things that's very common in the kitchen is that we can't ever find all the matches to the bowls and the lids that we have as Tupperware. So I thought, listen, you know how we can find our shit? Is after we fucking wash that shit and we drain, put it in a little drain. How about after it's all dry, put the motherfucking cap back on it, muffin cap, blue shit, snap that shit back on top of the bowl it belongs to, and then put it in the cabinet, and voila, magic. Now when you're trying to put the rest of your food away as leftovers, you're not trying to take everything out the goddamn cabinet to find that one lid that that you put it in here, but you can't find it. Where did it go? Or if we put it on top of the shit it came off of, we should be able to find it every goddamn time. And that is my fucking tip of the week. Keeping up with your Tupperware. Just like the fuck with socks. How do you miss a sock? Unless you're washing something where your socks can get stuck inside of things, then yeah, I can see it getting kind of misconstrued, wrapped up in shit. And then later on, within a couple months later, after you done took that shirt out again or whatever, it was on the back of it. And he was like, damn, I wound up throwing that other sock away because I couldn't find the match. I'm telling you, you'll thank me later about that fucking Tupperware. Easy breezy, quick fix. Yeah, and we trying to keep it pushing around here to make shit easy. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what the fuck I know you know. You do. You know what I'm saying? Right. Why is it that us as adults, when I say us, why do we feel some kind of way calling our friends now? Seriously, the mystery behind that, it's just like we feel like we're being extra rude or something if we ring somebody's phone. Didn't we always used to call each other and talk? It wasn't always a situation that we could call and be like, yo, if I can't talk right now, then I could tell you, I'm going to have to call you back or hit me back tomorrow or whatever the case may be. We resorted to text because of the fact that we felt like, okay, this is the way that everybody else is doing it. Who the fuck is everybody else? Generation X? Not Generation X. I'm sorry. That's us. Who is it? The Gen Zers, the millennials, because they put us onto that shit to make it everybody's too big for conversation and being verbal. So now let's just text and type every goddamn thing. I type all day for my fucking career, okay? I'm a communications manager. I'm always typing and talking to people and, through the emails and the systems and everything that they're sending to my department and having to talk to them. And sometimes I do have to pick up a phone and really reach out and I want to touch somebody. Like I really want to snatch their shit up because of the fact that the way they talking crazy and sideways with some of the shit that I get throughout the day at work. But other than that, I'm just saying, like, we need to get our cojones back and get the fucking popping again. Like, fuck that. Take the fucking L. If they want to act all dumb and shit because you calling them like it was some kind of fucking crime or something, you done broke a goddamn law. Like, what the fuck where you been? Oh, you new. Oh, you acting brand new. Oh, okay. Nah, I said fuck that. Now on, I'm calling. I ain't texting nobody. Now you need to learn how to hear a phone ring and not look at that bitch like, what is that? It's ringing? Yes, bitch, it's ringing. It's supposed to fucking ring. That's what the phone is for. Fucking dumb fucks. Anyway. I had to get that off my goddamn chest, obviously. But yeah, so anyway, I done gave you all the shows to watch. I done told you about as far as my wonderful news with my health and my fucking son. Because I got to bring something up with him. Not my fucking son. I don't mean to say it like, but I don't mean no harm by it. My mouth is gutter. But my son, I had to, oh my goodness. This kid, I love him to death. He's smart as a whip. But he has to remember that you can't be body shaming people at this young age. He called the little girl fat this week in school. And I mean, what the fuck, man? Like, seriously? And, at times he would point out to me, when I was going through my journey to try to get my body the way it is now, and I still got work to do, where he'd be like, Mom, your stomach's fat. And I'm like, that's okay, motherfucker, you was in it. Okay, so if anything, you help to contribute to the fatness. But other than that, you don't point shit out like that. So I had to take the tablet and shit away from him and his laptop and no TV and all of that stuff. And he's so cool because he can entertain himself like as if I didn't hurt his feelings. He read not every, but he damn near read about 5 goddamn books in his goddamn room that night. And he was like, so not bothered. So I made him the next day apologize again. He did apologize to her, but I made him apologize with a gift. Girls, we love gifts. We love gifts. So I sent him with a lollipop, and to tell her that he was sorry again. And she accepted his apology and that goddamn lollipop. I would have took the goddamn lollipop. I sure would have opened it in his face and was like, all right, I accept your apology. Which brings me into the topic of this evening, which is all about what we're going to talk about. Yes, it's just the allergies. No one's over here sniffing coke, so don't be worrying about it if you hear me sniffing in the back, okay? I was never, ever a fan of it, okay? Only the Coca-Cola plays. Never was for the nose candy. Yeah, the booger sugar. Yeah, I can't get with it. I was always, that shit, something about it just never made me feel like comfortable to even want to try to take a chance with it. But I wanted to talk about, what are your flaws? Do you recognize your flaws? Like, what's wrong with you? And what's really interesting is that, when you're out here and you're single or whatever, and you decide, okay, I'm going to try this dating site. I'm going to try to, find me somebody good, whatever. And, people want to start kind of getting to know you if they take the time and the chance to get to know you, or, or if they just really trying to see how far they can go. Because some people on dating sites are really just trying to fuck. And, that's what it really is. Again, people have been in the house board on some celibacy type of time, not dropping their drawers for anybody. But, when they feel as though that they can maneuver or create a plan to try to wheel you in because you might be just as desperate as them, then, again, like I always am a firm believer of you giving your energy to somebody. Once you fuck and let somebody in, ladies, you're giving away part of your energy, your soul, your aura, all of it. They take it with you and you're pulling it in too, especially if you fucking the dick, because they're entering into your body and they're bringing all of their shit in with you. I mean, into you, even within fluids, pre-cum, pre-semen, whatever. But you gonna have to, again, know how to cleanse yourself from their shit that they're bringing while they, fuck you. And you want to get that out of your spirit. You got to get that out of your energy. You got to cleanse yourself like in Lake Minnetonka. But no, we don't got no goddamn Lake Minnetonka. And don't go jump in the goddamn Inner Harbor either, because that shit, it ain't gonna be good. And we gotta stop these goddamn shootings and killings. These teens and these kids, it being involved in so much shit going on. This shit is crazy. But nevertheless, let me jump myself out the goddamn rabbit hole. But being asked by somebody, which is a very upfront question, and it's bold on top of that, is when somebody asks you, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Could you actually honestly answer that if somebody asks what's wrong with you? Because, people want to put a timeline together. And like I said, you either are transparent or you're a closed book, and everybody don't need to know everything about you, especially with the fact that you're not even sure if you really want to invest your time with these people or this person, or really make a date out of it, or trying to make a connection, or whatever the case may be for whatever you're looking for. But like I said, could you actually honestly go through yourself and your life and talk about your flaws? Do you know what your flaws are? I know what my flaws are. And I had to become one within my flaws. Now let's talk about the physical as far as for me. For a lot of people, of course, who do not know it, maybe you do notice it. I know I notice it because it's mine. My eye will close when I smile on my right side. My right side eye closes. And the funny thing is that when I take pictures, I have to be mindful to keep my eye open like a half a second more when it's about to click the picture, so that it doesn't start to close, because then once the picture is taken, I can see that one eye, of course, is open, regular, schmegular, and the other one is just like, is that one drunk? High? What the fuck? It's going to sleep. So yeah, I know that about me. As far as within, one thing that I used to really have an issue about is my birthmark on my back. My birthmark, I think it's acid, I believe, from my mom drinking soda, Cokes. So on my back, it looks like somebody splashed me with acid, and it's dark. I honestly couldn't really all put it together, but I'm going with acid because it's not a greens leaf, but I used to be very shy about that. And so therefore I wouldn't want to wear things that showed my back or that part of my back. And now I just put tankinis on, bikinis on. I don't give a fuck about it. We all have something that we don't like that another person would dismiss and be like, I don't give a fuck about that, girl. Just trying to fuck. Your fucking birthmark ain't inside your pussy, is it? Nope, it's not, because it's on me, But I'm just saying, there's things that we have that we shy away. But let's talk about, as far as fuck the physical, what about mental flaws? Are you a person that you don't trust easy because of past trauma, that things that have been brought into your relationships or relationships that you have been in or survived, you made it through to recognize red flags, gaslighting, abusers, mentally, physically? Is it a thing that you need a lot of comfort? Do you try to always control everything? Is that a flaw for you where you feel like you gotta have the upper hand? Because if you're an alpha female, as far as to me, then you always again are gonna feel the dominance. You're gonna exude the dominance out of you, and somebody else is going to see that. They might get intimidated by that, and that might be the reason why you still by yourself. you have to be put in a position to submit. If I'm going to be submissive, to anybody, you got to give me something to submit to. If you can show me that you can do what I'm doing times 3, where I shouldn't have to be doing everything for myself, to where I can feel as though that I can let my guard down and let you do some of these things that I've been doing and used to doing because of the fact of me bringing and being an independent woman and having to be that because of the fact that, I grew up that way. That's how I grew up. I raised me in a sense in my early teens throughout the rest of my life to where I am here now. This is me, and this is from me raising me, knowing what I want, what I'm not going to accept. And so, sometimes the flaws are just basically the fact of where you're setting your tone so that people know how they're going to have to come correct at you. Is your flaw that because you want to try to keep somebody in the pocket, you're always trying to overshower them with gifts? Because you feel like you got to buy your person and pay for them to be a part of your life. So you're gifting, you're showing, I got the money. I got it. I got us. We got this. Don't worry. My thing is to treat you and all of this. And it's just like, it's great to treat someone to a certain extent. But what about you being treated? Have you really ever really just looked to see like what it is? Are you boring? Are you a homebody? Do you like to just stay more so to yourself? Do you need somebody to give you that extra push to make you want to come out your shell, to do something? Because sometimes being that you're so comfortable of just being to yourself and in the house and just, homebodied and not trying to open yourself up to new adventures or having, a chance to try something new, you continue to, what's the word? You become fixed in your ways. Are you a person that can adapt? Are you easily adaptable? Like, are you easy to, can you open yourself up to find comfort and to give yourself a chance to try something different from what you are normally used to? And those are the things that you really have to kind of evaluate within yourself and see about working on those things, because sometimes when you think you're ready for a relationship, you still aren't finished healing within yourself from where you left off. Why did your relationship end? Was the communication shitty? Because that's usually 90% of the problem with relationships of why they don't last is because of the fact that the communication is shitty. You're not talking to each other. You're not being open. You're not expressing your feelings. You're not trying to try something different, something new. And so therefore, if it's not this way, you don't want it. But what about the fact that we're here to live this life and to live life as if it's your last day to live your life? Would you want to go out with people knowing you? What would you want people to say about you? That bitch was boring. She never wanted to do nothing different. Every time I tried to give something or try something, a little different freaky deaky, a little different fucking, excitement and adventure, taking a trip to travel to go somewhere else. She didn't want to go because of the fact that she don't like them kind of people. But not the fact that it was with me and her and we were going to have an adventure and make it our own goddamn trip and make the best out of it from our memories. Not because of one thing that overruled everything and it basically shot the shit in the dark and then therefore y'all couldn't do that. So start really honestly asking yourself these questions and finding out honestly, have you grown enough? Have you did the work? Are you healed enough to be able to accept your flaws? And are you willing to open up to try to change the things which are flaws? And it's not even for the fact of the beauty, because anybody can say the obvious. You're pretty, you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're gorgeous, whatever. Your body is snatched, it's lovely. yeah, everybody can give you the physical compliments, but that's all they may be seeing at the time before they actually get to know you. And that's why I always say, you don't know nobody until you date them for at least a good year. A good year. And then that next year, hopefully that you make it through that next year, you get to see the downfalls of where those flaws start to come into play. And then now y'all got a different project in this new year. You're working out and working past and going through. So here's some things that you need to be mindful of. Some people will ask you out, but in the simple fact that they really don't want to go out. Like, they just want to just hang out in the house instead of going out. Would you like to go out with me without me expecting us to be, married and eloping by the end of the night? Don't be thinking so over the top. Try to take some fresh air, some walks, get it in. They're just telling you, that they just got out of a relationship. Okay. That's glad. I'm happy. I'm glad we're out here having dinner and everything like that, but I don't want to hear about your past relationship. And it's not healthy to keep bringing that up. If you keep bringing up your past, you know what the future and the current one is looking at? You want to go back to the past. You got to stop living in the past. That becomes a flaw. It's something you continue to keep harboring over. Anybody's going to think that if you keep talking about somebody, you still got some kind of feelings for them. As far as expecting so much, expecting something from someone and you can't because you don't really know them. You're trying to get to know them. They're going to hold the door open or not? Should I try to hold the door? Should I do this? Like you need to get to find out those things. Because right now, you're expecting too much. That's a flaw. You got to ride the shit. Ride the wave. Don't push it. Just take your time. That's the problem out here. Too much popcorn life. Want shit to pop off real quick and fast. You got to slow down. Yes. When they tell you something like, oh, you're not like other girls. Okay. Yes. Please continue to tell me how I'm nothing like other women and other bitches and the sluts and all of this shit, because, certainly you will never have the very same opinion of me. So I shouldn't be like other girls. I should be wanting to be like something different from the past that you've been dealing with or used to. I don't want to fit in that category. I want to feel like you chose me because of the fact that you saw something different. Obviously, that's the obvious. But yeah, I don't need to hear about the other shit you used to fuck and be with in relationships. That's not gonna, I don't want to be compared. Don't compare. The comparison game. Oh my God. Here's another flaw. Because of the simple fact that you're so engrossed with social media and being on your phone, and you've come to that point, like I said, with the millennials and them Gen Zers, get the fuck off the phone. That's a hang up for me. If you're going to be on the phone the whole time, and I hate that shit, especially if I got my friends in my company, get the fuck off your phone. We're supposed to be hanging out. Okay? Why is it that you have to be so in it all the time? Don't let the smartphone fool you. The smartphone makes you dumb because you don't have to think. You don't got to process shit anymore. And you too engrossed with that. That's just like the simple fact that you want to be like everybody you see on social media because they live in a fake ass phony life. I keep saying it's a Halloween trick or treat, smell my feet. My pussy's good to eat. No, I'm just playing. Like I had to throw something in there off the fucking chain. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, understand that this is not the time. And you got to learn how to separate that shit. Social media is what it is. You use it for the better good. I use it for promoting my show. I use it for, again, telling you about my show. But not the fact that I'm staying in it the whole time. texting somebody, looking on Instagram, looking at TikTok videos. Oh my God. Like, you got to learn how to separate the reality from the play. Here's another thing that could be a flaw. A mama's boy, ladies. That could be a situation. You know, that's too much. You know, it's like, yeah, you probably didn't, need to call her like right after we was finished fucking, like, gracious. And don't ever just pass the phone off to your significant other as if like you want to talk to their mom. Like, nah, I don't even know if your mom really like me like that. You gotta really be like, yo, the flaw, you gotta scale back from that mommy relationship, ladies. If y'all dealing with a man that's like too mama's boyish, and it's great. Yes, of course, it's nothing like a mother's love, of course, but they gotta be able to separate that shit too, to know where their fucking love lies now, which is with you. If they want to keep getting some pussy. Vice versa, like, hey, come on now. This is where the love is. The love is here. Yes, look at me. Look at me. Look in my eyes. I am the captain now. I am the captain. Yes. But here's another thing. When they just want to keep on staying at your house. Have you ever been to their house? Are they using you for the comfort of your bed? Using you for the comfort is the fact that, again, you're mooching, you're leeching. You know that she got food over there. She's gonna cook for you. She's gonna make you feel special. She's gonna make you feel good in so many different ways. The flaw is that you never seem to invite her over to your place. It's always like a one type of place situation. No. You're showing a sign of the fact that you're hiding something, and you can't be trying to be like a person that has this hidden agenda. That's not going to work either. See, you have to look at these things and really reevaluate yourself and be like, do I do that all the time? Am I always trying to really be at somebody's house more than me trying to invite them over here to mine? What is wrong with your place? Do you have roaches? Is your bed fucked up? Is it on crates? Is it a bad mattress? Do you even have a goddamn mattress? Do you have a bed? Okay? That's the other thing. You can't jump into shit when you feeling though that you want somebody to meet you halfway with things, but you don't even got 10% to meet them with. That's a flaw. That's a problem. Another thing is that when they, again, get you into the groove of being in this relationship for a while, and then they turn off everything that they gave you from the beginning, you get a whole different person, which could be the reason why a lot of their track record of their past relationships was never successful, because they kept flipping the switch on and off. And then basically they turned it off. Are you always accusing and never seeing what you do wrong? Are you always the person that wants to bring up the bad? Are you a listener? And that's another skill of being a good listener, to be able to know that you have to communicate, to know that this has to work with open communication. Are you always judging? Do you hear them out? Or do you just already put your assumption and your resolution to the issue, or you already knowing that, excuse me, I give you one every fucking show. It never fucking fails. It's either something of some type of fucking bodily function that is coming out. But other than that, just saying, really, really look deeply. Because listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. As we are getting older in this thing called life, Patience is getting thinner. You don't have a lot of time to try to make shit happen with people. As I said, if somebody likes you, they're going to make sure that they put the time and effort in it to get to know you, to be able to be fair and to listen without judging. And again, knowing what is their quirks and their hangups and their problems with this, their flaws, as to what they know that they have to do better moving forward within another relationship if they want that bitch to be fucking successful. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let me tell you right now, as I come to the conclusion to wrap up this episode, I got 2 more episodes left for the season, and then we out of this bitch. We out of it. 10/2/21 is it. That will be the wrap of season 9. I will have a special guest coming on. So yeah, definitely. I can't wait. Okay. Shout out to all my podcasters out there. She's going to be the wrap up for me, Mama's Life, which is going to be a dope collaboration. Make sure you check her out. Jock Johnson podcast. My peoples, the Distance podcast. Yes. Crossing Minds, High Tea, all of you, Ladies Pitch, Chilling with Juice. I'm telling you, listen, got some good people out here, Inspired Chats. It's so many good people out here putting some good ass content together that you guys need to definitely go and check them out. I'm telling you, it, like I said, it's getting busy. People, again, are on some hidden agendas. You have to be smart enough to be able to depict through that shit, know when it's shit, and don't deal with the bullshit. And until then, I hope you guys have a great weekend. The rest of your Saturday. Enjoy your Sunday. Tell a friend to check out the episode. No Rene Show live edition. This is kind of going to be the start of me previewing out how season 10 is going to run. I'm not going to be doing one every week anymore. I'm going to start grouping them and putting it together where I can recap a couple of episodes within one show, starting within season 10. So you'll get another Rene Show live edition, which will be on the last episode for the season to wrap it up. And that'll be a real special one that I don't want you guys to miss. So please make sure, like I said, subscribe, follow, share the content, YouTube, Rene Show, IG _ Rene Show, TikTok @Rene Show, Facebook Rene Show, and email me kreneshow@gmail.com. I love you guys. Thank you for your support as always, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.